un match certainement qui va être compliqué. Compliqué pour les deux équipes d'abord. Nous, à ce stade, je dirais qu'on n'a plus rien à perdre. On est encore à la recherche de notre premier point dans cette compétition. On en est conscient. L'Afrique du Sud est déjà à une victoire plus un match nul. Donc certainement viendra pour conforter sa position dans cette poule. Oui, je peux dire que sur ce match, ils partent favoris. Mais on sera là, on sera présent pour défendre vaille que vaille nos chances dans cette rencontre. On attendra de conclure en quatrième journée. Oui, nos ambitions restent les mêmes. C'est déjà aller chercher ce premier point dans cette compétition. Et ça sera forcément déjà dans ce match face à l'Afrique du Sud. Ça va être très difficile, mais pas impossible. Je pense que sur un match, tout peut se jouer. Et on va maintenir le cap en croyant que c'est possible. On va jouer à fond. On connaît bien que c'est une équipe aguerrie, assez expérimentée, issue d'un championnat très relevé et médiatisé. Mais n'empêche, je pense qu'on a un rang à défendre parce qu'on est là. Et on va le défendre sur ce match contre l'Afrique du Sud.
Hamad, d'habitude, le Niger...
Vrai, on dit les compétitions se suivent.
C'est pour le joueur, la question.
Ah, pour le joueur.
Ouais. Non, mais tu m'entends quand même.
Oui, mais
c'est pas trop fort. Tu m'entends, moi. La question est que le Niger, d'habitude, le Niger est très performant dans le CHAN, mais cette fois-ci, vous n'y arrivez pas. Pourquoi vous n'y arrivez pas? Quels sont les problèmes de l'équipe?
Non, je ne pense pas que c'est un problème d'équipe. Et je ne pense pas que c'est un problème d'équipe parce que, comme vous l'avez dit la dernière fois, ils étaient jusqu'en demi-finale. Donc, nous aussi, ici, on essaie vraiment de défendre cette place-là. Mais malheureusement, on n'a pas pu gagner nos deux matchs, nos deux rencontres. Donc, il nous reste encore deux et je pense qu'on va aller les chercher.
Question pour le coach du Niger.
Pour le moment, on est dans notre objectif. Oui, on n'arrive pas peut-être à réaliser les performances qu'on a encore réalisées dans cette compétition. Ça reste un objectif parce qu'à partir du moment où tu es dans la compétition, on a éliminé une équipe pour être ici. Et il faut aller défendre cette place. L'année passée, la dernière édition, on était jusqu'en demi-finale. Mais c'est avec un autre groupe, cette fois-ci c'est carrément renouvelé. Mais je pense que les ambitions sont là, même chez les jeunes. Oui, peut-être qu'il y a des difficultés, mais sur le dernier match, je pense qu'on avait quand même de la place pour faire le résultat. Je pense qu'on a été un peu déstabilisé dans la tête par ce penalty, oui, qui était valable. Hein. Quand j'ai revu les images, je disais que j'allais les revoir. Il y avait bien un contact entre les deux joueurs. Mais la décision était très forte et ça nous a affaiblis. Après, on prend un deuxième but. Sur le match contre la Guinée, aussi, on n'arrive pas offensivement à gêner cette équipe guinéenne. Là, les difficultés vont s'accentuer avec une équipe assez organisée, mais on y travaille. J'espère qu'on arrivera à faire un but dans ce match, peut-être à gagner, à remporter une victoire si c'est face à l'Afrique du Sud, si c'est face à l'Algérie, ça ne serait que bienvenu. Et je pense que ça serait bon pour le moral de ces enfants. Et ils vont continuer à se construire et à croire que c'est possible. Je pense que c'est dans ces genres de compétition qu'on peut grandir. Je pense qu'ils ont déjà progressé sur les deux matchs que nous avons joués. On les espère encore le voir progresser dans cette rencontre de demain. Et à même être capable de faire le résultat, pourquoi pas.
Alors, merci. Gilles, bonjour.
Bonjour.
En tout cas, on vous a vu aussi sur les différentes installations des entraînements. On a l'impression que, du point de vue moral, c'est comme si c'est votre groupe même qui a le plus grand nombre de points. Alors, qu'est-ce qui explique cet état de fait? Et est-ce que c'est une façon aussi de montrer que jusque-là, vous tenez bon et que vous pouvez renverser la tendance?
Oui, bien sûr. Si on est là, c'est pas à cause des deux défaites qu'on va se dire que c'est fini, parce que comme on l'a bien dit, ça reste encore, c'est jouable. On va aller chercher ces deux matchs-là.
Question? Yes?
Good afternoon, Coach. Faizo is my name. Coach, this is your first chance, whereby you come to the third match, you have no goal, no point, and it forced you on Uganda's game to make early substitute of two players. And when you made a change, at least the team tried to push. Should we expect the same spirit against South Africa?
Bien sûr, on va partir de nos acquis dans les différents matchs qu'on a joués. Je pense que notre équipe, déjà sur ce deuxième match, a évolué. Je pense qu'on a démarré avec 4 changements. Et en cours de match, on est allé encore dans les remplacements, je crois, à 7. On a fait donc pratiquement beaucoup de joueurs qui prennent part à cette compétition. Je pense qu'à chaque fois qu'on a fait des substitutions, on a vu l'équipe progresser offensivement. Par derrière, on commet quelques erreurs, on prend des buts. Mais je pense qu'on est en course. Et je pense qu'on va se baser sur ce qu'on a vécu sur ce deuxième match pour sortir une équipe face à cette équipe d'Afrique du Sud. Et j'espère qu'on va être dans notre élan de progression. Je pense que la rentrée...
Attende recording of it. Is recording. Hello? Hello? Angie. You don't say that. This is okay.
Maintenant, il faudrait que nous croyons d'abord que c'est jouable. Et je pense qu'on va le jouer jusqu'au fond, ce match contre l'Afrique du Sud. Ça va être, comme je l'ai dit, assez compliqué. Il faudrait qu'on reste lucide, qu'on reste assez concentré face à des joueurs d'expérience et pouvoir les contenir. Je pense qu'on y parviendra, Inch'Allah.
Yes.
No.
Yes, Coach. No, this is for the young player. So you were a young player and you make your first appearance in this competition. How has the experience been for you?
J'entends bien.
Repeat.
It's a first appearance from him. It's a young player, and I was asking, how has the experience been for you?
Vous pouvez reprendre. Can you
Repeat the question, please.
Yes, it's your first appearance in this competition. So, how is your experience been?
Bon, oui, en vrai, c'est ma première et puis je suis jeune, mais je ne me suis jamais posé cette question parce que mon objectif est clair, depuis un moment, c'est de jouer cette compétition et parmi tant d'autres objectifs, bien sûr, jouer la compétition. Et pour moi, c'était une belle expérience, jouer face à des grandes nations, des grandes équipes. Et je pense que c'est un bien pour moi et puis voilà.
Questions for the coach? For the player? Okay.
Ahmad, Faizo is my name. When you were given a chance to play against Guinea, you had a good impression, desire to score and to be with the ball. And this is your first time to be in Uganda, and coach has been here for several times, I know. Should we take that spirit you are showing on the ground, 2027 AFCON to East Africa, you'll be back on the national team due to that spirit you have?
Et je dirais, voilà, si je suis là, c'est pour jouer, pour vraiment, voilà, pour les opportunités que le coach me donne, j'essaie de les saisir. Et les ambitions, le reste le même. comme on le dit tout le temps. Voilà, c'est de gagner, avoir des bons objectifs aussi. Donc, dans cette compétition, je suis là pour aider l'équipe, faire de mon mieux pour tout donner. Voilà, c'est marqué si possible, comme vous le dites.
What was the second part of your question? The second part, you spoke about AFCON 27.
Okay, I was telling him this is his first time to come to Uganda beside the coach, and Uganda is one of the hosts of 2027 AFCON. Should we expect, due to that spirit he's having, that he will be a part of the team due to his hard working, which will be in Uganda or in East Africa?
Bon, je crois que moi, je n'ai pas suivi cette CAN-là que vous dites.
Non, il parle de la CAN 2027 qui sera organisée ici, en Ouganda. Est-ce que tu penses que
2017.
2027,
Ah,
la prochaine, il y a une CAN, la CAN sera organisée ici en 2027. Est-ce que tu penses que tu pourrais revenir avec l'équipe du Niger ici pendant cette
bien
CAN-là?
sûr, bien sûr. On a déjà été ici, je pense, dans cette compétition 5 fois. Donc, on peut encore revenir, je pense.
Question? Okay.
Yes, coach. My name is Abel. I know players in Chan come and go. Having played the semi-final in 2022, the last edition, I know you could be disappointed. Maybe I need to get your thoughts about the performance of Niger this time around. What went wrong, according to you?
Bien, découragé, je ne le pense pas. Je ne pense pas que on ne peut pas faire ce métier et dire qu'on est découragé. On sait que dans ce métier, il y a des hauts et des bas. On construit au quotidien. C'est comme une maison. Donc, on a été capable de faire déjà un niveau de résultat dans cette compétition. Je pense parmi l'ensemble des pays africains. On a joué un quart de finale, on a joué une demi-finale. Mais ce n'est pas une satisfaction en soi. Mais je pense qu'en fonction des orientations qu'on donne, de l'objectif qu'on se fixe, parfois on est un peu bloqué ou on rate la compétition. Mais ça n'empêche pas qu'on reste, comment je veux dire, figé ou fixé sur son objectif. Certainement qu'un jour on l'attendra, oui. On a pris l'option, je vous dirais, sûrement à moi de rajeunir considérablement cette équipe. Là, il y a un groupe de plus de U20 et U17 au sein de cette équipe, presque de moitié. Mais nous construisons l'avenir de notre football. Ça passe par des défaites. Mais comme il l'a bien dit, en 2027, certainement qu'il retrouvera beaucoup de ces jeunes, si le Niger parvient à se qualifier à cette compétition, bien sûr. J'espère qu'ils sont là pour déjà préparer l'avenir. Et aussi, déjà, marquer leur passage. Ça ne sert à rien de participer à une compétition et de passer à vide. Je pense que ça, ils l'ont en conscience aussi. Et ils se battront sur les matchs qui nous restent pour véritablement marquer déjà leur empreinte de cette compétition. Et continuer, bien sûr, à pousser, à travailler pour l'avenir. Lui, c'est un jeune. Il vient de jouer une compétition U17 avant de nous rejoindre. U20 avec les U20. Je pense que ça lui fera un plus. C'est des acquis en plus qui vont rentrer en compte dans sa formation, dans sa progression. Et je pense que c'est aussi bénéfique que d'aller jouer un titre du Tchad.
Une dernière question pour le coach du Niger, si vous en avez. One final question for the Niger coach. If there is no question, so we're at the end of this PC of Niger. Niger is going to play South Africa tomorrow. Today they are training at 6:30 at Kiambogo. So you guys, media, you are allowed to be there for the first 15 minutes of the training session. Merci coach.
Merci.
Et bonne chance pour demain.
Allez, merci.
Ouais, bon courage.
Good afternoon, everyone, members of the media. Welcome to our official press conference for South Africa, where they'll be taking on Niger tomorrow. And my name is Ahmed Hussein, the CAF media officer for this press conference. With me, I've got the head coach of South Africa, who is Molefi Nseki, and Rama, who is the player who will be talking to us, members of the media. I start with Coach Molefi. Do you have any special strategy designed for the next two matches, starting with tomorrow's game against Niger? Coach.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I think when we started, we spoke about tournament football, and tournament football, you always have different strategies in relation to your opponents and how they come up with their specific system of formation and the placement of players within the pitch and their roles and responsibilities, whether in attack or in defense. I think what we have seen with Niger, they have played two different systems where they used 5 at the back, they used 4 at the back, they used 3 at the top, they used 2 at the top. So I think that can always be referred to as tactical flexibility that they have in their games. And with all of that, the approach has been different. The role of each individual player within the system has always been different. So I think it is for us coming into this match to respect and recognize their strengths, despite the fact that they are still to win a game or they haven't won any game. It doesn't mean they are a weaker side or a bad side. It just happened that in the games they played, they conceded goals and they could not score goals. So it's a team, when you look at it, well drilled. They really know and understand what is expected of them as a team, as individuals, as groups within the structure that they are using on the day. So saying that, it means with us also, we are looking into our strengths, and also the past 2 matches we played different players, we played different formations in relation to the game itself, what time of the game, what the score line, what do you want to achieve, what time of the game. So I think going into Niger tomorrow, we'll also be looking at those aspects of the game to see what time of the game they normally concede goals, what time of the game they normally put a threat on their opponents. So I think that has been done. So we'll be doing our match day -1 preparation this afternoon going into the game. So we are fully aware that the 2 remaining games are must-win games, because if we don't, we will be in a very mathematical position of deciding who will be going through and who will be staying behind. So it is up to us to do our part so that we are going through the next phase of the tournament.
Cool. Rama, how important is it to you as a player and the rest of the team as you head into tomorrow's game against Niger?
Thank you so much, and greetings to all the people in the room. As the coach alluded, that we want to do well in this tournament, so tomorrow's game is very important for us as a group, and we know that we're playing a very strong team, a very well-organized team, so we have to be ready mentally and physically. So like you said, we will do our training this afternoon, as we've also done analysis on them. And yeah, we want to try and unpack them and come up with a strategy to get the maximum points. It's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard, but we are ready, and we want to do well so we can put ourselves in a better position to go into the last 8 of this tournament.
Okay, thank you so much, Rama. It's time to open the floor for members of the media. Your name, the media house, and possibly the country you're coming from. Take up the questions. first with the coach. Okay, can I have the gentleman here?
Greetings, Coach. My name is Bonaventure Binochewo, Ugandan media, Wakuda Federation. The 2-1 victory over Guinea was a hard-fought win, and what aspects of the team's performance in the game are you most proud of?
You can speak up, it's okay.
What aspects of the team's performance in that game are you most proud of, and which areas still need improvement?
Thank you very much, Brother Bonaventure. In a game like that, I think we were left with so many lessons, because any football problem you encounter during the game, you need to provide football solutions. And I think the lessons learned from that game, which also we look at them as positives, it is the mentality of our players, the high level of concentration, despite the fact that they were more under siege for the better part of the game. But we stuck to our discipline, we stuck to our game plan, and every member of the team had to dig deep to make sure that the results are in our favor. So the most important thing, like your question, is to say the tactical discipline out of possession was very, very important. And I think they carried out their tactical discipline during that game for almost 60 minutes of the game, because in between there were turnovers, in between there were transitions for and transitions against, and in between we managed to hold onto the ball for a longer period, and in between we managed to create goal-scoring opportunities, and in between we managed to score the 2 goals. So in terms of us not conceding towards the end of the game when the pressure was just mounting on us, I think it's a very good lesson, and also a plus for our players to say we can still play under pressure, we can still grind the results despite the fact that the opponents are coming at us. So I think we are fully aware that the next remaining games, even going into the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals, that will be the way to go. Because if you don't stay disciplined, resolute, and resilient in a game like that, you are likely to lose a game. So I think we were very, very strong mentally in dealing with the pressure that came from Guinea on the day.
Okay, let's take up more questions. The gentleman here.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Andrew Mwangusha from Uganda. We are in a situation whereby every match matters. And given that you are meeting the hosts as the final group game, you want to take care of your business tomorrow. How much pressure does that add to you? Then for the player, or I'll ask later. For the player, we have seen some surprises or some quite shocking results happening in Chan. We watched Sudan dispatch Nigeria 4-0. If the squad maybe had moved away from the TV, but 4-0. That's a possibility in a tournament like this. Are you guys worried about that, or you're looking at Niger and thinking, well, they're last on the group, we'll take over our business? Thank you.
Yeah, in answering the last one, you being from Uganda, I think you and me, we are more worried about that game. Because that game will be a decider. So, unfortunately, I am in control, and you are not in control. So, we are looking at it to be a very interesting match. I think Uganda has been very good to us as South Africa in this tournament. And I think the type of football that we have seen Uganda playing is very interesting, and they have got very good youngsters that are getting the best support from the supporters because of the type of football they play. which is good for the country. As for the tournament itself, I think the draw itself made life very difficult for both countries to be playing the last deciding match. Whatever happens tomorrow between us and Niger, it's not going to take away the importance of the last game in our group against the host Uganda. So we are looking forward to that match. And like we said from the beginning, every game is important to us. So it is not less important to us playing Guinea, Algeria, or Niger, or Uganda in this case. So every game is important. All the teams that are here prepared well for the tournament, and they are also entertaining a possibility of going into the next phase of the tournament. Whether Niger hasn't won a game, but the game they are to play tomorrow, we are fully aware that it will be a very important game for them as a country. So when the two countries meet on Monday, I think people are to see a very interesting match of the two countries that their lives will be dependent on the results on Monday.
Rama?
I don't know if it's, yeah, for us as a team, we never underestimate anybody. We treat each game with respect and a positive mindset. And one of the strongest components we have in our team is we mentally very strong. We don't look at the name of the country. Whoever we play, we always try and give our best because we know that we representing our country. So whether we play Niger, Sudan, or Nigeria, we can never walk into a football pitch and think we've won the game already. We go out there every day to suffer, to protect the badge, and to fight for our country. So in this team, there's never a moment where we look at the country and say it's a small country or because they haven't won a game and then we approach it with a negative mindset. We always focus and playing to win. So whether it's Uganda, Niger, Guinea, Algeria, we go in with the same mentality.
Thank you, Coach. My name is Abel from Uganda. Maybe if you don't mind, you can share with us some team news. Do you have any injuries in the team?
Yeah, for now, I think the doctor will give us the report today during our pre-training meeting of the players that will be treated outside the pitch or players that has to be treated within the pitch and players that will be given a 90 minutes coming into this game or players that we have to manage their medical situation. So that information will only be presented to the technical team this afternoon when we have our pre-match, our pre-training meeting. And then when it comes to suspensions, you've got two players that are suspended that are carrying 2 yellow cards from the past 2 matches. So we'll be without those players. But I think we brought 23 of the best players that we have in our camp. So there will always be tactical changes in terms of who comes in for who and who moves to whatever position so that we don't disrupt our structure, we don't disrupt our plans. But that is the situation in our camp as of now.
Coach Faiz is my name, from Uganda. Coach, when you are playing a reactive team in the midfield, creative team in midfield, your players are always too reactive. For example, like Guinea game, a single game having over 4 yellow cards. Is this part of the tactics to kill the game, or is a way to attack the opponent?
I think it's a game itself. At times, you have different categories of cautions that are shown to the players. So a The category A will be maybe unsporting behavior. Unsporting behavior might be just a tackle, which is not reckless, which is not malicious, which doesn't give excessive force. So we are fully aware of the categories of cautions that will always be given to our players. So when it comes to the 2 games we played, and when you look into the cautions, some of them were very soft, if one has to put them that way, because there was a caution that was given to our player when he was showing good sportsmanship, picking the player off the ground, and the player retaliated, and then he was shown a yellow card. So I don't think any coach or any team will go into a tournament like this just to collect yellow cards, because they are fully aware that yellow cards will affect the rhythm and the structure within the team. So it's a game of football, it's a contact sport, it's an emotional sport. So at times a player will be shown a yellow card because of maybe trying to win the ball, or maybe, like you put it, he was late in charging the ball, and then that ends up into a foul, and a foul that warrants a caution. But I think we have lots of the game to govern and to protect each member of the 2 teams that is on the pitch, so that we can have a fair play approach for both teams.
You have a question for the player? Please, go ahead.
Falele, you and Mugonyama, you really take long to communicate. And at times you find that the 2 games, you have conceded 2 goals due to less communication, or you rarely communicate to him. And I find that you concede a goal. Should we take that he goes beyond your communication, or he doesn't listen to you when at least you try to call him back?
I think, obviously, like we've played good teams in the tournament, Algeria, which is one of the strong teams, and we also played Guinea, which they had one of the most exciting players up front, which I believe they would give any team a sleepless night. So yes, we do try and communicate and work together, but sometimes things don't always go the way we want, but we will definitely improve on that as the tournament continues. And remember, me and Mgonyama, we used to play for the same team, so we have a relationship and we know how to go about business. So yeah, hopefully next game, the upcoming games, we don't concede goals, because we don't really like it, because the coach gives us a lot of stick in meetings. So we'll get better, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you to the player. My name is Abel. I know you are not here in the first press conference when you are going to play against Algeria. The coach said 2 statements. I would like to pick your thoughts about them. 1, the main objective is to win the championship. Then 2, since they learned that the stadium is called Mandela National Stadium, that alone feels their home. Do you agree with the coach, or I would like to pick your opinion about the 2?
I think the name of Nelson Mandela carries a very big weight all over the world. So the fact that we're playing in a stadium that's named after one of our icons, it gives us also confidence and courage to say we have to protect it and do everything to win the game. As for winning the tournament, I think every team that is qualified for this CHAN wants to win the tournament. I think it's a very beautiful tournament, well organized, and the truth is we will love to win it, but we are very well aware that it's not going to be easy. We have to suffer like we suffered against Guinea. We will suffer again tomorrow, but for us, the main objective, honestly, is to win it, and we will give it everything in our power to try and go all the way.
Any more questions? We could have one in one of the local languages. The coach can speak and the player for the people back home in South Africa for the connection in the local languages. Coach, you can say something about what you already talked about in your local language, please. Then the same for the player. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say this one is directed at Abel. Abel, please don't come between myself and my player. Ne? Next time, do you agree with the coach to say you want to win the tournament? Yes, we agree, Abel. Thank you. Yeah, re batla ho leboha monyetla re o fumaneng today wa hore re tle mo re tlo bua le di journalists tse teng mo ka game ya rona ya hosane between rona le naha ya Niger. Re bone naha ya Niger ke naha e matla haholo, empa maikemisetso a rona ke ona a wa hore papadi e nngwe le nngwe re bapalang ho tla hlokahala re sebetse ka thata hore re fumane dintlha tse tharo. Mme le papadi ya hosane ha ona phapang, se hlokahalang ke hore re le sehlopha re sebetse ka thata, mme se re bone hore ho thata jwang ho bapala le naha e tshwanang le Algeria, le naha e tshwanang le Guinea, mme le naha ya Niger ha ya fapana ho hang le dinaha tse kwano mona tournamenteng ya CHAN. Re le ra bua nako e fetileng ra re Group C ke group e tough haholo, ke group e thata, mme dihlopha tse mona kaofela ke dihlopha tse leng hore di matla haholo, mme ka baka leo re hlompha sehlopha se seng se seng se teng kwa.
Rama, you could say something about you said in your local language, if you are comfortable with it.
Do you want to say it in the same language that you say?
In the language you're comfortable with, that people back home will understand. This gentleman here to understand here.
Yeah, no, you can tell he's South African. We know how to spot each other. So, yeah, nna ke le Ramahla Mphahlele, ke le moralo ka morago wa sehlopha sa South Africa. Re ikemišeditše ka papadi e re tlo ralokang go sasa le naga ya Niger. Le lekgone le re ya go traina re tlabe re itukišetša gore re tlo bona gore re kgona jang go ba fenya. So ra tseba gore sehlopha se sa Niger ke sehlopha se le gore se na le maatla, se na le playera tše le gore di na le di tseba bolo kudu. So swantše re ikemišetše ka papading ya gosane. Mara go ikemišetša ga rena e le gore re nyaka go fenya papadi e re hwetše di-point tše tharo re kgone go tšwela pele mo tournamenteng. So a gona phapang go Niger, Uganda le Algeria. Di-game tše ka moka re yang go tšona re ikemišeditše gore re di fenye, re šireletše tlapa ya rena re kgone go tšwela pele. Ke a leboga.
Thank you so much, and this marks the end of our official press conference for South Africa. The official training is at 8 p.m. That's tonight at Mandela Annex, and the first 15 minutes will be open to the media. Thank you so much.